Welcome back. Gay marriage is on the political agenda in Australia and right around the world. US President Barack Obama has pledged his support, but our government remains firmly against it.
The I Do campaign wants to change that, and this morning some of the country's most high-profile celebrities are getting behind the cause.
I do.
I really, really do.
I do. I do.
Our celebrities and supporters are gathering in our plaza and in Melbourne's Bourke Street Mall today. The campaign has been organised by Marie Claire magazine, and its editor Jackie Frank is here, one of our regular angels on the show. Now, Jackie, you've gone where angels fear to tread here. Why? Why the campaign?
Well, Marie Claire's always been the voice for Australian women. It's always campaigned about social justice. And this is an issue, it's about discrimination. It's about marriage discrimination. And every human has the right to be able to affirm their loving, committed relationships in a legal way. And so this is a human rights issue. It is not a religious issue, which is, you know, it's a civil law issue. And there's an opportunity now to be able to make a change. There's 2 bills going into the Senate, and our politicians have the possibility to be able to vote for changes in the Marriage Act.
Obviously, this is a very divisive issue. We've had lots of feedback. Ilse says, why did Sunrise decide that it is a human rights issue when the European Court of Human Rights ruled in March that same-sex marriage is not a human right? I'm disgusted by this. What do you say to people like that? Because there are lots of people saying that.
Yeah, well, it is a human right because everybody who loves each other wants to be able to do it. Now, if we talk about...
the Court of Human Rights says no, it's not. Yeah,
but the thing is as well, you're saying that the tide has changed. If you think about in the past, you know, with feminist issues where women weren't given the right to vote, things like that, we've got to move with the times. You've got to move with public opinion, and Australian public opinion, as well as the world. There are other countries in the world which have this, are saying we're for it.
But it's gone to an independent arbiter. It's gone to the European Commission, Court of Human Rights. The court has said, well, no, and that was only in March. So they're current. Yeah, they're current,
but they're not current with community views. And more than 60% of Australians are supporting equality, and 75% believe that it is inevitable.
OK, so how do people get involved if they want to?
They can go to the website, which is www.ido.org.au, and they can sign the petition. They can come down here, they can come down to Bourke Street Mall, and they can get involved.
OK. And people have. Which is the anti side of things. So, look, you know, thank you, Jackie. Everyone has a right to give their opinion, and you know, and that's what this country's about: free opinion.
But I
both
do
sides.
want to say this is not a religious. This is not a religious argument, because in actual fact, in the church you don't have divorce, but in law we do have divorce. People get married by celibates. They're not necessarily religious.
OK, look, lots of views coming in, and we're going to, you know, there will be other chances for other people to put their sides right through the morning.
And we'll have a debate a bit later in the program. It is a controversial issue. We are going to canvass all sides this morning. That live debate on marriage equality from both sides is going to be compulsive viewing, I think, which will be great. Thank you, Jackie.
But next...
This is Sunrise on 7. Now, live from Brekkie Central, here's Kochie and Nat.
A very big welcome to the second hour of Sunrise on a big morning. Kochie, big debate going on, of course, about gay marriage, and we are getting lots of response from both sides.
Absolutely. We decided to cover this because that's what we do on Sunrise. We cover community issues and discuss them all the time. We're accused of being shameful for discussing that. That's what Sunrise... We've discussed organ transplants and had campaigns. We've done superannuation, climate change, the whole... And we will have both sides of the discussion today. And it's a discussion worth having in our community. It's going to go to our federal parliament in the next couple of months. Barack Obama has commented on it. It's a debate here in Australia. We are reflecting it with both sides today. So we have both sides giving their view outside, and that's terrific, as long as it's done in a measured, calm way with a lot of goodwill.
Exactly.
Because that's what Australia is all about.
We're all adults, aren't we? Surely we can respect each other's opinion and we can discuss it openly. So.
All right. It's 7 o'clock. Sarah has the latest news here. Morning, Sarah.
Thanks, Koshi. Well, hundreds are gathering in Sydney's Martin Place and Melbourne's Burke Street Mall this morning to support or protest against Marie Claire magazine's I Do campaign for same-sex marriage. Comedian Magda Szubanski is pro-marriage equality. Morning to you, Magda. This is obviously an issue close to your heart. Why would you like the opportunity to be married?
I just think that everyone should have, we live in a country where it's a democracy and everyone should have the same human rights. I think it's a human rights issue, and why can't I get married when, you know, a psychopath can? That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Charles Manson could get married, but I couldn't. So there you go.
A lot of people are having trouble coming to terms with this. We've obviously been bombarded from both sides. People saying, look, why does it have to be marriage when traditionally marriage has been between a man and a woman? Why can't it be a civil union?
Well, first of all, the tradition of marriage has evolved enormously over the centuries. We keep changing it to make it a more humane, more evolved version of itself. So, for example, you know, years ago, an 8-year-old man could marry whoever he wanted, could marry a 12-year-old girl. We realised that that was unfair, so now it's about adults being able to marry one another. Now, in terms of, so really what we're talking about is two adults who love one another and want to get married, and I can't see why really we shouldn't have exactly the same rights as anyone else. And there is a greater level of legal protection under marriage than with civil unions, but also it sends a signal that's very important to gay youth who are struggling still with bullying and prejudice, and to the worldwide community where there are still a number of countries where gay people are subjected to the death penalty. So it sends, you know, the people who are opposed are a vocal minority. 62% of Australians are in favour of this. So that would be my argument about it.
Okay, look, thank you very much for joining us. Obviously a lot of very passionate arguments both ways. We thank you for your time this morning, Magda.
Thank you. Bye.
And coming up the other side to the gay marriage debate, those for and those against will go head-to-head in a live showdown on Sunrise. Right now, here's...
Hey, welcome back to Sunrise, and today we're also debating the issue of gay marriage. It's a big issue within the community at the moment. Barack Obama's comments over the last couple of months. It's an issue that will be debated in federal parliament shortly. Today, we're debating it from both sides. Yeah,
the Australian Christian Lobby is coming on soon, so we're going to get both sides of the story. And it's interesting, all the emails you've been sending us, so keep them coming. Yeah. We'll talk about it soon. In the meantime, let's get some news from Sarah Cumming.
Help.
Well, hundreds of people have turned out in Sydney and in Melbourne this morning to voice their support for same-sex marriage.
Called the I Do campaign, it was started by Marie Claire magazine. It's attracted some of our country's biggest names.
I do. Yes, I do. I do. I do. I do.
They're the celebs saying I do to same-sex marriage. In the first campaign of its kind, Marie Claire has decided it's time to get vocal. Soon, federal parliament will decide whether to legalise gay marriage. A petition that'll be presented to our pollies already has more than 160,000 signatures. The campaign has attracted the likes of models Megan Gale and Jen Hawkins, designer Alex Perry.
I really, really do.
And Spice Girl Mel B.
I do.
Political heavyweights have joined in too. The outgoing Green Senator Bob Brown and his partner of 17 years, Paul Thomas, have come together in a rare public show of support.
I do.
I do.
The campaign is the brainchild of editor Jackie Fragg, who believes it's not about being gay or straight, it's about fairness.
Support marriage equality. I do. Get behind the campaign. You can make a difference.
Well, actor Rachel Taylor and singer and Australia's Got Talent judge Brian McFadden are among the supporters. Morning, gang. Now, Rachel...
Good morning, Koshi.
Rachel, first to you, you've become the face of the campaign. Why do you feel so passionately about it?
Well, what I
love about the campaign is it's framing equal marriage rights in a really positive way. You know, this is not this is not a gay issue. This is an issue that's about everyone in Australia legally should have the right to get married the same as everybody else.
Brian,
it's very exciting to see everyone turn out.
Look at all these faces. Look at the happy faces.
Brian, a lot of people not happy this morning, saying that a marriage is between a man and a woman and that's how it should stay. What do you say to that?
I think that's bull. I think everyone's entitled to their human rights. We're all born the same and we all should have the right to do whatever we want. If somebody's in love with another person, it doesn't matter whether they're gay, straight, whatever it is, we should be allowed to show the world that we're committed to somebody we love. Full stop.
And I think this is I'm really excited about the change that we're going to see happen. I believe this can happen, you know, and I think this is an incredibly positive campaign, and it's about us all celebrating the right to marry and the right to love each other. I do see this as an incredibly affirmative possibility.
But it has to happen. It has to happen because this is Australia. This is one of the most forward-thinking countries in the world.
Okay,
yeah,
guys.
You know, it's acting like it's acting like Ireland or something like that. We got to move on.
Okay, guys, thank you for that. Coming up, the campaign is getting a lot of high-profile support, but do you support gay marriage?
After the break, both sides put their case live. Nothing is off limits. The great debate is next.